Hi, I'm Dr. Scott Broussard with the Waggin Trained Veterinary Clinic, and today's video is going to be focusing on dog nutrition. My assistant Cole is going to be asking me a list of questions, and hopefully this will help you get a better understanding on dog nutrition.
Dr. Broussard, what is the right food to feed my dog?
The right food to feed your dog is going to vary tremendously based off the stage of life that your dog is in, meaning puppy, adult, senior, or geriatric, or if your dog has an underlying condition like kidney disease, liver disease, or an infinite number of medical conditions that might require a specific diet.
What are the life stages of feeding my dog?
Life stages are probably the big three I just touched upon. So you have the puppy stage, which is obvious. Normally that's for the first year of life. Adult stage, most veterinarians would tell you, is between the ages of 1 year and roughly 6 to 7 years. And then anything beyond 7 years is typically considered geriatric or senior.
How do I wean my puppy and get them on a regular food?
So weaning your puppy is simply introducing it at an early age, where my answer is 4 weeks. At 4 weeks is typically when a puppy that's nursing, I begin to introduce solid food, whether it's in the canned or the dry form. Canned normally works better because it's softer, but start to add it into their regimen as part of their regimen. You can never go necessarily from going straight from milk just to hard food. So you want to incorporate it over the course of a couple of weeks, and typically by around the 6 to 7 week range, they're fully weaned and strictly on hard food.
Should I feed my dog on a schedule? How do I know if my dog's nutrition is suffering?
So in reference to the schedule, yes, I always recommend doing that. How often? On really young dogs, particularly your small breed dogs, I will tell clients as often as 4 times a day, just because their metabolism is so fast. And again, that's only on very small puppies. Once they hit about the 3 to 4 month range, you can start to cut back. Ultimately, on adult dogs, usually once to maybe twice a day is sufficient. In answer to how do you know if your dog's nutrition is adequate, that's a tougher one to answer. It just has to do with health in general. You want to watch for their stool consistency. You want to watch for steady but normal rate of weight gain, things like that. And if you start to see a failing in any one of those areas, have the dog examined by your veterinarian, perhaps a stool sample examined by your veterinarian as well.
How do I know if I'm feeding my dog too much?
That one is pretty simple. So if they are overweight, you should be able to look at your dog and see their rib cage, not see that from a half a mile away, but see their rib cage. You want to be able to palpate their ribs, and they should have an abdomen that tucks up. If your dog is looking more like a barrel, that's usually an issue.
How will a veterinarian be able to assess if my dog is getting proper nutrition?
Well, by a lot of the things I just mentioned. So overall health in general, weight loss, stool consistencies, maybe vomiting, those kind of things could be a sign of improper nutrition for that dog, or maybe just a food that doesn't agree with that particular dog. It's not that you're feeding a bad food, but maybe they're sensitive to that one, or they have a sensitive gastrointestinal system. If that's the case, maybe a simple diet change can remedy those problems.
There are so many brands of dog food.
Yeah.
How will I know the best one for my dog?
The $1,000,000 question. I don't know if the best food on the market exists. I don't think there is such a thing. What I do tend to stay with the higher quality foods. What's a higher quality food? Check the ingredients. If some of the first things you're seeing in the food are corn or byproduct of some other protein source, probably not the best food out there. But you do want to stay with the higher end, better ingredient foods. All right, well guys, that should cover that. If you guys have any more questions, please reach out and contact us either by phone or by our website, and we'd be happy to help you wherever we could. Thanks so much.